No, Mr. No. Hello, hi. Hi, everybody. Um, I want to come on here briefly. I'm not going to be here that long. Um, I want to talk about the spiritual reset that is happening right now. Um, there is something called the 5D Earth, 5D frequency, and the spiritual essence of things have to reset. This is a time for a spiritual reset, okay? Um, because there are a lot of things that we have encountered. There are a lot of things that we pay attention to. There are a lot of things that we put into ourselves, whether it's things we viewing on TV or the radio or whatever it is really toxic to our spirit. And I think a lot of people understand that. That's why we see a lot of people who seem to be top tier or seem to be got it going on. They got the banking body, they got all the money, they doing the damn thing, right? But we can see those people crash out in front of our eyes, right? We can see those people crash out in front of our eyes. We can see those people doing things that damage their brand, their name, their whole livelihood because of what we don't know, because we look at them as being all together. We look at them as being top tier. We look at them as being as, abundant. But there is something that they're missing. Okay, they are missing the spiritual aspect of them. Okay. And without that, you have to combine your spirit consciousness and your physical realm and your physical body. You got to cannot combine that all together. Okay. You got to combine that all together. And when you combine that all together, then you will have abundant life upon this realm. Because usually people will do is they'll forget all about their spiritual aspect and they'll focus on this physical realm, which that's not what you're supposed to do, or they will just focus on the spiritual aspect and not focus on the physical realm. But that's not what you're supposed to do either. Okay? What you have to understand when you're in the spiritual realm, right? You don't have you don't have the access to the things that we have in this physical realm, right? Like we don't have the access to touch and to taste and to smell and to sound, to the music that we love, to the food we like to eat, to the body touching that we receive, right? We don't have that access in the spiritual realm, right? So when you come here, you are supposed to intertwine the two. You're not supposed to get lost. You're not supposed to get lost in your way here. You're supposed to combine the two. Because some people can be too far on this side and too far on that side. You got to find the middle. You got to find the middle ground. Okay? And how you find the middle ground and when you digesting and getting to your spirit is because you got to be more consciously aware. Okay? You got to be more consciously aware because today they told you that you don't have to be aware. You don't have to be aware. You just give it to God, you give it to the Lord, and the Lord gonna fix it. Okay? But that's not usually how that happens. Okay? You have to be very conscious and aware of the things that you're doing because you have to understand the things that you're doing causes consequences. The things that you're doing cause a cause and effect of the thing, how your reality is going to happen, how your life is going to change, right? So if you are only focusing on, well, God got me, God got me, God got me, you missing all the lessons, you missing all the messages, you missing all the things that God put in your face in order for you to understand. So you understand that God gave you everything that you need in order to be abundant on this realm, in this life right now. Okay, God gave you eyes to see. God gave you ears to hear. God gave you a mouth to talk. You know, God gave you everything in order for you to have upon this realm. But if you don't start utilizing the things that God placed into your life, and you don't start utilizing the things that God put for you to experience life abundantly here, you're going to miss the whole message. You're going to miss the whole thing. And then with usually people, when they usually be like, oh, well, God, I thought you were supposed to save me. God is telling to yourself, well, you didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to your consciousness when your consciousness told you don't do that thing. You didn't listen to your heart when your heart told you don't dwell in this shit. You didn't listen to the things that I placed in you for you to guide, for you to have your own personal guides here. So what more am I supposed to do? Okay? And that's what you have to understand when it comes to the spiritual thing. You have to tune in into your spiritual being. You have to tune in into your spiritual self. You have to tune in into the spiritual light. You have to tune in into the spiritual guidance. Without you turning into your spiritual light and spiritual guidance and you walking among this physical realm, you're going to be lost. You're going to be lost. And it has nothing to do with religion. Because I know religion tell you certain things. Religion tell you that if you don't follow these rules and regulations, that you're not going to find God. But once you understand that God is always with you and around you and will always be with you, it's only up to you to understand what that God looks like. It's up to you to understand what that God is. If you don't understand what the God is and what the God looks like, of course you're going to think that God is not existent. Of course you're going to think God is not real. Of course you're going to think ain't nobody helping me doing what I got to do. Of course you're going to think I'm out here by myself. Of course you're going to believe that. You're going to believe that and you don't know what God is in real life for you. You got to tune back in. And once you tune back in, you got to tune back in. Okay, what was I born with? You was born with a brain. You was born with eyes. You was born with a tongue. You was born with hands. You was born with feet. You're supposed to move. You're supposed to think. You're supposed to react. You're supposed to have action. You're supposed to have critical thinking. And a lot of times we do not. Because we are so busy looking outside of ourselves for people, things, religion, whatever, to protect us. You have all the protection that you need at this particular moment, at this particular time. You have everything that you need right now. You have everything that you need. Okay? When they say God will never leave you or forsake you, that's what it is. When they say God will never leave you or forsake you, because God will always be with you because you are always a part of God's spirit. As long as you got spirit, and people have to understand, your spirit did not just reappear when you leave this realm. Your spirit does not just reappear when you leave this realm. Your spirit is with you all the time. Your spirit is with you all the time. And it's up to you to decide what you want to feed into your spirit. What's going to feed into your spirit? What is your spirit going to be fed on to be abundant? And your spirit loves peace. Your spirit loves awareness. Okay. Your spirit loves the truth. Okay. Because a lot of times we tell ourselves lies to make our ego feel better, to make our ego feel greater. But is the lie that you're telling suppressing your spirit? If the lie that you're telling yourself is suppressing your spirit is not being fed off that. Okay? So be clear. You have to tune into more of what your spirit wants. We have been in tune to what our ego wants. We have been in tune to what our physical body wants. We have been in tune to what our body parts want. We've been in tune to what our lower self want. Your spirit wants nothing but the best for you because that's where your spirit can be abundant in. That's where your spirit can dwell in. That's where your spirit can be a light of source in. Okay. So without that light of source, your spirit will be dim. Your spirit will be dim. Your spirit will not be as strong and your spirit will be weak because you have not paid attention to your spiritual diet. You have not paid attention to what is going to boost your spiritual light. Okay. Because once you understand that your diet consists of everything that you consist of, your diet consists of the things that you put into your spirit, like your diet consists of the things that you put into your body. Okay. So if you are in a point in your life, you may be physically fit. You may look fine than a mother. Like your body might be ranking on top 10. Okay. But if you're putting yourself in situations that damages your spirit, if you're putting yourself in situations that do not serve you on your higher good, if you're putting yourself in situations and around people who will harm you and who will harm your intelligence and your integrity and your truth and your feelings. You are damaging the spirit. Don't matter how fine you is, you're going to be broken. And that's what thing that comes along with spirit. Spirit has a way of lighting up your physical body. Okay, this is no matter who you are. The spirit has a way of lighting up your physical presence. Okay, no matter if you fit, no matter if you fat, whatever it is, spirit has a way of lighting up your physical presence. Okay, now we have seen those people who look. They not ugly. Please understand what I'm telling you. They not ugly. They not dusty. They just look uh like something looks absent in them. It's just something looks absent. Like you see them every day, you see them all the time, but it just something looks absent. Like they're not receiving nothing. Like they not being fed in a certain way. But you can't understand what you're looking at because you see them and they go to work and they look nice. They don't smell. They got the hair done. They got a haircut. Like you actually seeing them, but in how you see them, they're not looking as light, and that's because their spirit is so worn the fuck out. Your spirit can make you look, I would say, dry or gray in the essence. And these people can be beautiful, but it's just something about people who are spiritually fed that will light up a room. And those people who are spiritually fed will stand out no matter where they are because your spirit has a way to enlighten everything that's going on amongst yourself in your presence. That's why people who are spiritually inclined and people who are really spiritually in tune have a certain glow about them. They have a certain glow about them. They have a certain peace about them. They have a certain era about them. When you are being spiritually fed, that abundance of light is going to shine through whatever you are in life. Hey sister, how you doing? That presence is going to shine through whatever you are in life. So you have to be clear on what you are pertaining and giving into the spirit. You got to be real clear about that. And this time, like I said, this live is about being on the spiritual reset. Okay. Now we all do diet resets. You say, okay, this month I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna go for this walk and I'm gonna do this and that. But I think now this time is for us to be spiritually uh inclined to see what we need to do every day to change the things that will give us a closer direction spirit, okay? And I'm about to well rested and diving into more understanding. Yes, you have to be well rested. You cannot get in contact with your spirit if you are everywhere. If you're a person that like to go to the club, you want to go to the party, you want to go to the movies, you want to go to the restaurant, you want to go on a vacation, even though those things are great to indulge in. I'm not saying that because I indulge in those things myself, but I also understand that your spirit needs rest, especially on this physical realm. Your spirit needs rest because there are things that your spirit and your body go through every single fucking day that your spirit might be confused about because in the spiritual realm you don't experience those things. You only experience these things in the physical realm. So your spirit can be kind of out of whack in certain sorts. You need that particular time to sit there and be by yourself and be rested. Okay. And you need to meditate. I know some people don't tell them don't meditate because if you meditate, you're gonna open up a portal, you're gonna open up another essence of yourself. But once you understand that the portal that you are opening up is connected to God consciousness, you have nothing to be afraid of. Okay? Please understand that. A lot of people tell y'all not to tap in because once you open up into your God consciousness, those lies that you've been told, those things that people told you, those things that's over you, those things that you have a hard time with, even your spirit tells you, your heart tells you one thing, but people tell you other things, and then you start questioning your own sanity. When you start meditating, you start connecting to your God consciousness is going to give you all the answers that you need. And if you are not going to relay your information, You are not going to look for other people for, you are not going to look to other people for answers and for clarity because you done got the direct connection from source. Okay. You done got the direct connection from source. You done meditated. And the reason why you meditate is because you have to disconnect. Like I said, God is always with you. It's just up to you to understand what that God looks like in your space and in your life. Okay. So when God is always with you, you have to disconnect from the things that take us outside of God. Okay. Even though God is with us everywhere we go, everything we do, everything is always with us. Okay. So, but you have to get a sacred space and a sacred time for you to connect to your God consciousness. And that's the reason why you meditate. Okay. That's the reason why you have to turn off all your phones, turn off, make sure the TV is off, make sure you're in a quiet place. If some people's sanctuary is their bathroom, some people's sanctuary is their living room, whatever you can actually find peace and be to yourself in that space with no interruptions. It's just you, your mind, and your consciousness. The more you do that, you will set yourself in an alignment to be closer to the Creator. You will set yourself up, you will set yourself up in alignment to be closer to your God consciousness, right? And the more you are closer to your God's consciousness, you will understand that God's spirit and God's voice when you go outside of that meditative state. That's another reason why you have to meditate. People don't talk about that because you have to meditate to get closer to God and you meditate to get closer to the consciousness and you meditate, but you have to practice hearing that voice or how that message is relayed to you because when you're out there in the world and when you're out there, when you're not meditating, that voice is still going to connect with you. That voice is still trying to talk to you. The voice or the things that you heard when you were meditating, right? That connection is still there. The more you meditate, the more you understand or the information that's being connected to you in your meditative state, the more you understand that information, the more you're going to be able to hear that shit when you outside. People don't talk about that. The more you're going to be able to hear that shit when you're outside, because a lot of times when you're outside, it's real noisy. Okay. When you're outside, it's real noisy. You can't hear too much of shit. You are drowned out by what people are doing, how they're reacting, and what someone has said to you, and what they did to you, and what this and that, and all. Once you start meditating and you get connected to that spirit and that voice that you are meditating, that you are connected to when you meditate, that voice will never leave you. That connection will never leave you. Now, the more you meditate, it's like, okay, you made yourself in a sacred space. You gave yourself time. You gave yourself things to correlate on. You gave yourself time to reprocess the things that went on during the day and people that you interact with and your family and your spouse and your kids, whoever, right? It just give you time to digest certain things. And when you're digesting certain things, okay, that spirit has messages to relate to you. Okay, that your spirit has messages to relate to you. Your spirit has things to say to you. That spirit is unable to connect to you when you are not connected to spirit because we got the phone in the hand all the time. You watching a movie. You watching Risa Tisa. You watching the Queen Maker. Like you watching all these fucking people. You watching all these things. You watching YouTube. You watching videos. You watching Cardi B new video. Like you are paying attention to everything now. Mind you, spirit is always there, but you can't hear it because you have been so disconnected from your consciousness and your mind because your mind is occupied by the things that they put inside that they put around us, right? So the more you meditate, the more you hear that voice, the more you meditate, the more you will hear that being. And when you're outside doing what you do, this is how powerful this shit is. That's why they don't want you to connect to it. Because when you connect to this voice, when you connect to the God's voice, when you connect to God's consciousness, that religion, you are not going to need that book. You may relate to it because there are things in the book I believe is helpful. There are things in the book I believe that is true. But when it comes to you just going to that on your every word and on your every fall, on your every, you're not going to do that because you want to know why. Now you have a direct connection to spirit. You're not going to do that. Now you have direct connection. So y'all see that sun shining? Hi, sun. You gonna have direct connection to spirit. So when you are, the more you meditate, the more you get in tune with that God voice, what that God voice is for you. The more you go outside where the voice might be kind of faint, but the more you understand what that is, when you go outside, you can use that as a tool because that voice is not going to leave you. That your God consciousness is not going to leave you. Your God consciousness is there everywhere you are. But your God consciousness is going to be more present to you the more you the more you recognize it, excuse me, the more you put energy into it. So when you go into spaces that you usually went in and you pay attention to your God consciousness, you're gonna step your foot in that same space and something's gonna tell you, wait, hey friend, hey twin, what have you been? That voice is gonna start singing to you and then you're gonna be like, wait a minute. This is the same shit I hear when I'm by myself and I'm meditating. So this is the same shit I'm hearing when I'm by myself and I'm meditating. This because I'm supposed to get something from this. Like I'm supposed to remove myself from this place. Like I'm supposed to do something I'm supposed to do something different that I wasn't doing when I wasn't connected to my consciousness, when I wasn't connected to God's spirit in me. This is something I have to do. Okay, well let me step back. And when you step back, understand, when you step back, you might be in a place where people know you. You might be around people who you don't grew up with. You might be with a boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever this is. When you step the fuck back, because you connected to your consciousness now, you listening to your consciousness. When you step the fuck back and you not reacting on the things that you used to react to in this physical realm, because now you have a direct correlation to God, the creator, the higher consciousness. Once you have a direct correlation to your highest consciousness, you're going to look at everything you've been doing in your life totally motherfucking different. Those things is not going to look the motherfucking same, okay? Because now you got information that's coming to you that you didn't hear before. Now, when you step into this room, people are like, okay, well, why are you here? You know they're doing illegal stuff up in here. Who was up in here? You know this person just got doing this, and that. Why are you associating with these people? Why are you putting yourself in this situation? Why are you? And your consciousness is going to be there. Your consciousness is going to hear. You're going to hear it. So now you have now you in the situation. Now you have a decision. Now you in a dilemma when you first start out. The ones who into this shit, we don't have no problem with that shit. We just, all right, what you say, consciousness? All right, I'm gone. I'm moving. I ain't got nothing else to say. Bye, y'all. Okay? Well, once you knew and true, once you true to this shit is easy peasy. You already know what the fuck it is. You don't question that shit. Okay? So, when you step your foot into that place where you used to be, but now your consciousness is telling you some other different shit, now you in a dilemma. Now you're saying, okay, well, I know this is the same voice and I know this is the same energy and I know this is the same spirit that I heard when I was meditating. But I'm in a dilemma now because I know these people. I love these people. I grew up with these people. I party with these people. I have sex with these people. Whatever it is with these people, me and these people get money together. Whatever it is you're doing with these people, now these people are looking at you like, okay, so what's up? What's going on? Why you just staring there? Why you acting funny? Why you ain't talking? You don't want to tell these people, well, God told me not to be here. God told me something up with this area right now. God told me, I know you've been hanging out with them people all your life. Them people ain't for your highest good now. You need to keep on moving. You can't tell those people that. So now you feel fucking uncomfortable. Now you sitting there with some choices. Now you sitting there with shit you got to do. So now you sitting there and you like, well, shit. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. No, I'm chilling. But that voice is still talking to you. You got to get your ass up and make some decisions. And when you get your ass up, you take your ass back home and say, okay, God, what were you trying to tell me in this situation? Because I've been knowing them people all my life. And the more you sit with yourself, you will get the fucking answer that you was looking for. Okay? People have to understand the answer is not outside of you. The answer is not in a church. The answer is not in the Bible. The answer is inside of you. You have the direct correlation to God. Once you understand that God is connected to you and that God, they said, God will never leave you or forsake you, how do you think that your connection to God is in a book? Your connection to God is not physical. Your connection to God is spiritual. And once you understand that all the books that are walking on this realm have a spiritual connection to the Creator, that a book cannot take away from you, because that is your God. That is your God power. That is your God source. That is your God like being, your spirit. Can nobody take that away from you? I don't care if you're doing wrong shit. I don't care if people don't like you. I don't care if people hate you. I don't care if people told you going to hell. Can nobody take your spirit away from you? Can nobody take your spirit away from you? Can nobody take that direct correlation that you have with God itself and the Creator? Can nobody take that away from you? Okay? Because it belongs to you. God granted your spirit to you. Even when you leave this realm, even when you leave this realm, your spirit will be your spirit. It'll just be transformed into another reality. It'll just be transformed into another in another realm somewhere. Can nobody take your spirit away from you? Once you understand, can nobody take your spirit away from you? You understand now you have something granted to you. That connection to God is granted to you. You don't have to go nowhere and tell somebody, oh, I accept God. I love God. No, 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 no. That connection is already granted to you. Please understand that, y'all. Please be clear with that. The God connection and spirit that you have is already connected to you. You don't need nobody permission. You don't need to sit in a church to get that. You don't need to sit reading the Bible to understand that. Are there things in the Bible that can help you during your journey? Yes. Yes, it is. But when it comes to you actually having direct line to spirit into God's consciousness in order for you to hear spirit, in order for you to get the things that God is saying to you, you don't have to go nowhere for that. You have to go nowhere for that. It's all within yourself. When you understand that we are all reflections of God, no matter who you are, we are all reflections of God. It's up to you to see what reflection of God you want to be. Like when your mama and your daddy say, okay, you go, we done taught you all these things. You go out there. Don't you be representing me in the wrong way. Be aware of how you representing your family. That's all that is. We are just representations of God. But it's only up to us to see, to know what we want the reputation to look like. Please understand that, y'all. Like, you have a direct correlation in spirit. You have a direct correlation to the Creator. You have a direct correlation to the highest consciousness, okay? And we have to do a spiritual reset now, because I see things that's going on in this time and in this day is damaging to a lot of us. It's damaging to a lot of fucking people, y'all. There's a lot of things that's happening, and it seems like the things are just getting fucking worse. They're getting worse. The pressure is being applied. It's time for a fucking change. I'm in my 40s. Okay, so when I came up, it was Real World was the thing, right? Real World was the set of reality show. Okay, I myself want to be on the Real World. I love the Real World, right? But then it came, a little bit more raunchy stuff. Then we had the Bad Girls Club. Then we have the Flavor of New York and the Flavor of Love. Then we had Love and Hip Hop. Then we have the Baddies, whoever, and the Zeus Network. These people are literally, literally going around recruiting people to fuck each other up. The Zeus Network is literally going around recruiting women And men, thousands of dollars or a couple of thousands of dollars, because it's not that many thousands, couple of thousands of dollars to fuck up their life, to fuck up everybody else. And people are auditioning for this shit and everybody want to be a fucking baddie. No, 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 no. You want to be a baddie for what? You are spiritually fucked. You need some healing. Why do you think you want to fight everybody every time you see somebody? Because you got a fight going inside of you, and the fight is not the person, the girl that you see that can talk shit to you. That's not what you're supposed to be fighting. All these people in these reality shows and shit like that. That's not who you're supposed to be fighting. The person that you're supposed to be fighting is your emotion. What you're supposed to be fighting is your things that traumatized you. What you're supposed to be fighting is your triggers. You're not supposed to be fighting this girl because she called you a bitch. And fight fight the things that you going on in your mind. Fight the things that's going on in your spirit. Fight the shit that's going on in your life. It's just like they gravitate and they grab all these people and put them in one place, and all these people are fucking damaged. They're just fucking damaged. They have lost their motherfucking mind. And then they put them in one area, in one space. Now they all fighting for their life for nothing. Like they Mike Tyson without a motherfucking heavyweight belt. Don't make no fucking sense to me. Why everybody want to beat each other up? Why? That's not fucking normal. And then now the motherfuckers that's watching this shit think it's normal for them to go out and handle themselves accordingly. To handle themselves in that fucking fashion. And people who don't play around because we love our peace, don't come to me with that shit because you, no, I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen, but it ain't gonna it ain't gonna be what you think is gonna happen. Cause those people love to play with each other, and they play with each other a lot on those shows. They play with each other a lot on these shows because they are spiritually broken. They play with each other because, one minute I'm calling you sis, the next minute I'm beating you up, the next minute I'm apologizing, the next minute I'm a I'm jumping you with four other girls. Like, it's nothing to stand on in those places. Those girls are all spiritually damaged. Those girls on those reality shows and those dudes on those reality shows, the majority of them, 8 out of 10 of them, is spiritually fucked up. That's why they always got shit going on. That girl lost, just fucking lost in the sauce, and swore up and down they got all this shit together because they getting paid to display their trauma on TV. You don't have your shit together. You just getting paid to show how damaged you are to the whole motherfucking world, to the people that's healed, to the people who know this shit ain't normal. You only gonna see those people on those reality shows are only gonna see normal to broken motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Because I used to be the motherfucker who thought that all this is entertaining. I'm not I'm not doing anything like that. It's entertaining. But once I understand that I am perpetuating the problem, I am pushing out the agenda for them to show how stupid they is, to show how hurt they is, to show how damaging they is. The more I watch this shit, the more I'm saying it's okay for you to be on TV and display all this fuck shit. It's okay for you to beat somebody to they fucking bleeding because they done called you a motherfucking name because you hurt by something that your mama and your daddy did to you in your life. That shit ain't on motherfucking okay. That shit is not fucking okay. That shit is not motherfucking normal. That's the way I stop. Girl, I don't really watch TV too much. I watch YouTube more than anything. I watch YouTube more than anything. And there are times where I have come across those things. And even if I do sit there and I'm like, I'm looking at it through a whole nother lens. I'm dissecting it. I'm like, really, like this, no, that's not right. What? Like, I'm really, like, they are like case studies now when I'm looking at this shit. This shit isn't, it isn't normal, and this is what people think it is. This shit is not right, and they are just paying all these thousands of dollars to these people for them to spiritually break themselves every fucking week. Every fucking week. You want to be somebody else every week. You want to be somebody else every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. I don't think I had that much anger in me in my life. Every day, I would not give somebody. I would not give somebody that much power. I would not give somebody that much power over myself. I would not give somebody that much power over my time. I would not give that much power over my mind. But every time I see you, I gotta fight you. If every time you thought about something and you put some energy in something, you could be creating something. I will not give somebody that much of my fucking time. It's fucking ridiculous. And they think this shit is okay. It is not okay. That shit is fucking damaging. So when I talk about the spiritual reset, that is the reason why we need the spiritual reset. Even when it comes to this music. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm from the hood, so I love ratchet music. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you that I don't. Okay? But I know it's a time and place. Even in my 40s, I don't listen to that shit all the time. I don't. I really don't. I have certain songs I listen to. I don't listen to songs every day. I know the frequency of the things, and plus, I'm in the control of myself and my spirit to where I know I don't let certain things take me over like that. So I can listen to certain things and still be in tune with who I am, right? I don't let those things control me, all right? But I'm talking about the people who don't know who they are, whose frequency is off, don't know what the fuck it is, whose energy is fucking gone. They sit up here and they listen to these fucking songs every fucking day and it's programming their motherfucking lives, okay? And when it comes to like sexy red and shit, it was a video with these little girls that was dancing the sexy red, okay? And my issue with that was I grew up in a time where we had what was compared to sexy red back then. We had Luke, we had Tulaku, okay. Who else did we have? We had anyway, we had our share of raunchy music. Okay, we had our share of music that was talking about things we shouldn't really listen to as kids. We all had that, but but the issue today that people are not correlating with is even though we listened to that shit, we knew we was not supposed to be listening to that shit. It's like we knew we had to sneak, we had to turn the radio down because we knew our mama wasn't listening to that shit. We knew that we couldn't play that shit in school. Like we knew that, we can't go to our grandma's house and listen to that. Like it was just always a thin line of responsibility that we had over ourselves, even if we did do those things. We always knew that we wasn't, right? We always knew that we wasn't supposed to do these things, okay? But today these kids don't know what the fuck they supposed to do and what they not supposed to do because they mama in them is doing all the shit that they see on TV. If your mama is sitting there listening to Sexy Red, if your mama is sitting there watching Sexy Red, if your mama is dancing Sexy Red music in front of you and you a little girl or you a little boy, how are you going to react to that? You're going to think this behavior is okay. And that behavior is not okay for a little child. As an adult who can make their own actions, yes, but half the time most of them listen to it don't even have a conscious thought in their motherfucking mind because the music done brainwashed them to the point that they think they have to be sexy red. Okay? So when it comes to these kids today, it's like the guidance is out the fucking door. And I'm not even gonna rag about the women. What about that little boy that performed his rap song in the strip club, y'all? It was a little boy that performed a rap song in the strip club. He not only performed his rap song, he was slapping cheeks. This little 8 7 8 year old boy hitting stripper booty cheeks. What the fuck is happening? Oh, his daddy is the producer. Excuse me? Excuse me. Your parents greenlighted this shit? That shit is not okay. And if this is the way that people are raising their kids, and this is the way that the world want us to put our children in, we are in a world of fucking trouble. This shit is not okay. It's not okay for the little girls to listen to Sexy Red and dancing and shit on these motherfucking videos. And it's not okay for boys to be in fucking in little boys, not teenage. I'm not talking about teenage girls. I'm talking about little boys, little elementary school boys in the motherfucking strip club rapping a rap song. That's not okay. That is not okay. We have to change the structure. It has to be a reset. It has to be something. It has to be something that separates us from that bullshit. Because if we keep on doing the things that we're doing, it's going to be bananas out here. It's going to be bananas. We have to have a reset. We have to have a spiritual reset. We have to get more in tune with ourselves. We got to get more in tune with spirit. We got to get more in tune with the things that we love. We got to be more in tune with the things that give us peace. We have to be more in tune with the things that give us light. We have to be more in tune with things that give us abundance. We have to be more in tune with things that give us guidance. We have to be more in tune with things that give us spiritual gratification. We've been missing out on those things. We've been missing out on the things that give us love. We've been missing out on the things that give us abundance. We've been missing out on the things that give us peace. We've been missing out on the things that give us love. Because we don't put everything that's outside of that in front of us and think that that's going to feed us. That's not going to feed us as a people. That's not going to feed us as a community. That is not going to feed us spiritually. That's not going to feed us abundantly. That's not going to feed our love. That's not going to feed our presence. That's not going to feed our being. We have to tune ourselves back to spirit, okay? And I know when I say spirit, people get that confused and think I'm talking about some religion type shit. Once you understand that, as long as you're here, when you're walking upon this realm, God granted you a spirit what's inside of yourself. So by you having the spirit inside of yourself, you are granted a relationship with God wherever you are. And the more you are attuned with that, that's why they say, oh, God is the God of abundance. Why do you think that? Why do you think they say God is the God of abundance? Because once you tune to your spirit, once you tune to your spiritual gifts, once you tune to your purpose that God put you here for, you will be abundant in it. That's why they say God is a God of abundance. Once you tune into spirit, once you tune into your purpose, once you tune into your spiritual life, once you tune into the things that make you great, once you tune into the things that God said is for you, y'all tap the screen. Once y'all tune into the things that God said is for you, you'll be tuned into your purpose. You will be tuning into the things that God placed for you. Okay? That's where your abundance is. Your abundance lies in your purpose. Your abundance lies in your purpose. And you will also understand your purpose once you understand who you are. The things that you attune yourself every day is not who you are. That is what you're consuming. It's different. That's why a lot of people don't know who they are. Because they don't told themselves they are tuning themselves into something that makes them, but that doesn't make you. You're just consuming it. Who are you on the inside? Where's your mind? Where's your spirit? Where's your heart? Where's your love? Where's your integrity? Where's your consciousness? Where's your thought process? Where are your boundaries? What are the things that you stand on? Where's your honesty? Where's your integrity? That's who you are. Everything else is interchangeable. That's why people say, oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. Oh, I'm this and that. Okay, well, who are you? You just told me what you have. Who are you? If you don't know who you are, You will always be lost. And if you believe that the things that you acquire in this world on the physical realm makes you who you are, you will be lost. You have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're going to be lost. The things that you acquire in this realm does not make you who you are. It just shows what energy and work you put towards certain things. That's it. But who are you spiritually? Who are you in your heart? Who are you in your love? Who are you in your spirit? Who are you in your mind? Where is your mind at? And your mind is going to reflect and your mind is going to represent the things that you put outside of yourself. So if everything you put outside of yourself is uh harming yourself, if everything that you create in your life is harming yourself, if everything that you create in your life is not feeding you to your highest good, if everything that you create in your life is not giving you any abundance, where is your mind? It's not about what you have. It's about what's on the inside, because what's on the inside is going to create your reality. What you have on the inside is going to create your reality. What are you using to create your reality? What are you using to create your life? What are you using to create the things that you want? What are you using to create the things that you involve yourself into? You just going on here on the whim and you doing something because they did it and they said they did it like this and you want to do it like that too because you saw them get it and they have fun when they got it. I want to have fun too. I want to do this too. But that's what they looking at like, well, I want to get that too. If everybody looks like that, I want to do this too. Who are you? Who are you? That does not make you who you are. That does not make you who you are. That's why this fashion shit, these trends, is interchangeable. They change just like that. And if you base yourself on interchangeable shit, you're going to be lost out here. If you base yourself on things, if the representation of yourself is based on the material aspect of things, is based on your aesthetic, it's based on how you dress. It's based on you are fucking lost. You fucking lost. That is not where the real you resides. Yes. Yes. Say who you are. That is not where the real you resides. A lot of y'all don't know who you are. That's why you lost. That's why your spirit broken. Because your spirit telling you, hello, I'm here. Tap into your spirit. Well, you have everything that you need. Don't follow these trends. You don't have to follow these people now. If there's some things now with me, I can say that because I'm not a trend follower. But there are certain things I see and I'll be like, oh, that's nice. I think I'm gonna get that. Oh, I really like that. I'm gonna get that. But for me, just everybody doing that, I'm gonna do it too. Everybody that don't make me. I know who I am. That does not make me. I know exactly who I am. I am a nurturer. I am a lover. I am a healer. I am an empath. I have a good heart. I have integrity. I am smart. That's how I base my presence on. Everything else outside of that can be changed. It can be changed. I'm not the car that I drive. That's why when you meet people, they always present themselves with the material aspects of themselves. They don't know who they are. If you meet someone that says, yes, I have. Now, are you supposed to be great? Are you supposed to be proud of your accomplishments? Yes, you are. But if that is your winning hand, like they say, you got to move with your winning hand. If that's your winning hand, you ain't got shit. Okay, scratch all that. I see you accomplish. Okay, tell me about your integrity. I see you an entrepreneur and all. I see you got all these cars and all, but tell me about your heart. Are you spiritually broken? Are you dealing with things that you are you not acknowledging things that you need to acknowledge to make you a whole healed person? I don't care about your financial gain. Kudos to you. You are getting everything you want financially. Who are you though? Who are you? And a motherfucker like me, if you don't know who you is, I'm not about to fuck with you. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I don't care what you have accomplished. I don't care what you have accomplished on the physical realm. Cause me, I see through this eye. I don't care what you accomplish on the physical realm. You can be fucking spiritually fucking broken. You can be a fucking bum spiritually. You can be a homeless spiritual person. And that's not what I need around me. Mister, no, ain't nothing under it. And that's not what I need around me. I need people who know who they are spiritually, in their heart, in their integrity, in their love, in their mind. How powerful are you? How smart are you? How conscious are you? Because a lot of people walking on this earth, you're awake, but you're not conscious. You are awake. There are a lot of people that are walking. There are a lot of people that get up in the morning. There are a lot of people that go to work. There are a lot of people that plan parties. There are a lot of people that go on vacation. There are a lot of people that do a lot of things in life that make you believe that they are awake. But those people are not awake. Those people are not, those people are awake. They are not conscious. It's two totally different things. When you are conscious, you are aware. They are awake. They are not aware. When you are aware of who you are, and you're aware of the things you're doing, you move in your life totally differently. You understand that I am the creator of my life. You understand that things that I do has a cause and effect. You understand that there are consequences and repercussions for every action that I do, for every action that I say. There are cause and effects of the things that everybody is not conscious. Everybody is not aware. People are awake, they're not aware. That's why things happen in people's lives, then they get all upset. Then they can't believe it. Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? But what conscious decision did you make before these things even fucking happened? What conscious decision did you make before this effect of the cause happened? What did you put into that? How did you feed into that? What things did you make that prevalent? You didn't make anything prevalent. You just, well, hey, I'm just going to go do what I want to do because they told you you have free will. And yes, do you have free will? Yes. There's certain things that call consequences and responsibilities and repercussions and cause and effect. Yes. Your free will does not excuse you for cause and effect. It does not. People have a hard time with that. Because we in our ego so much. We believe that we can do what we want to do because I'm me. I can do what I want to do. I'm that nigga. I can do what I want to do. I'm that bitch. I can do what I want to do. I'm that motherfucker. I can do what I want to do. I got all this money. I can do what I want to do. I got all this ass. I can do what I want to do. You don't know who I am, but you have to understand that that does not remove you from the human experience. Who you are does not remove you from the human experience. Who you are does not remove you from cause and effect. Who you are does not remove you from the consequences of your fucking actions. It does not remove you from that. People have got so in tune with their ego, they forgot you just forget anything, everything else. That has nothing to do with anything. Okay, who are you, Ed? You think you beyond creation? You think you beyond laws? You think you beyond universal laws? You think you beyond cosmic laws? It don't work like that. It does not work like that. But so many people have become so egotistical because you are basing your power and your substance of things that you have gravitated to on this physical realm That does not make you who the fuck you are. You believe you have this self this self excuse me, this higher sense of self where you believe you can control everything in every fucking body. That's not how this shit works. That's not how it works. You are not beyond this human experience. Did he? Did he? You are not beyond this human experience. Okay? Did he? Puff Daddy? Puppy? You are not beyond this human experience. And he is a good example of that shit. Because he done made so much money and did so much fucked up shit to people and did so many things to people. He think he is beyond consequences. He think he is literally beyond cause and effect. He think he is beyond the universal laws of shit. He is so egotistical in his stance. He believes that the things that he did will never catch up with him because he got all the money. The things he did will never catch up to him because he has all the power. You are not removed from karma. That does not remove you from karma. That does not remove you from cause and effect. That does not remove you from consequences. Okay? So I've been on here for over an hour. If you guys are new here, you want to know what I said, follow me here. I'm gonna upload this on my YouTube so you can see the live. You missed it. And I'll check back in with y'all later. I got things to do. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good one.